Well, days ago, I sat through an appraisal class, which was great. Realtors work hand in hand with appraisers as far as providing them with the comparables that we feel are appropriate and kind of how we decided to price the house in the first place. But at the end of the day, the appraisers have the final say in the value of your home if the person buying your home has to have financing in order to buy your home. So if they have to take out a loan, the appraiser is going to have a say in what that home is valued at. And it was really a good class. It was only about an hour long, but we talked about, personal enjoyment updates that people make versus things that add real value to the bottom line on an appraisal report. And so, really great conversations about basement versus no basement. Pool, is it a plus or is it a minus? Replacement windows. Little touch on school districts, but that's a tricky one, and how the appraiser looks at those things if you're right on the edge of a certain school district. So it was a really wonderful class, and then all of a sudden I start getting hit with articles because my husband and I are really big into remodeling, for what is going to bring the highest return on investment. So according to, there's a magazine called Remodeling Magazine, and every year they put out cost versus value report. And this year's cost versus value report I found to be pretty interesting. Some of the bigger ticket items that we've seen higher returns on in the past, the return on investment is actually a little bit lower. And that's because the actual material prices have been going up. We've heard that from construction companies that do new home construction, and we're also feeling the effects of that when we're remodeling in our own properties. So the list is pretty short. It just gives the top 5 or so projects where you're going to get the greatest return on investment. I thought I'd share that with you today. So surprisingly enough, if you've got the outside of your house and it's kind of plain Jane and you want to spruce it up a little bit, some people will say, okay, well, let's put on a little bit of a stone veneer, something that dresses it up a little bit. Well, apparently that stone veneer is a 94.9% return on investment, according to last year's statistics. So the average cost was around $9,000 and the average return was around $8,500. So pretty good return on your investment. We already know that boosting your curb appeal is a great way to get interest in your property when you go to sell. And if you can enjoy it in the meantime and admire your home when you pull up to it, that's just an added bonus. The second one, no surprise, is a kitchen remodel. So it's about an 80.5% return on investment. The average cost, and all of these costs are average costs. They're not your low end, let's paint the cabinets and put some new countertops on. And they're not the high end with, let's replace it with all custom cabinets and spend $80,000 on this kitchen. They take the median price. So the average kitchen remodel cost was $22,500-ish. And the average resale value that they got out of that investment was about $18,123. Now, of course, if your kitchen is stunning, it may cause people to get into a multiple offer situation, or it may make it more desirable where you can actually price your home a little bit higher. That, again, is a conversation you want to have with a real estate professional, because our job is to come into your house, compare it to comparable homes in the neighborhood and say, yes, your kitchen is on par with the top end, or it's above the top end, we can price a little bit higher, or this may be where you want to do a little bit of remodeling before you list. Or hey, if you don't want to remodel, then we're going to be good listing at this price. Just know that. So it's an education, and that's what realtors should be bringing to you. The next one on the list was siding replacement. Apparently, it's about a 75.6% return on investment. So I don't know how big this house is that they're siding. They list a price, and it's apparently about a 75.6% return on investment. Again, sprucing up the exterior goes a long way, because before they can fall in love with the inside of your house, you have to get them through the front door. So you want to make sure the outside is looking good. Entry door replacement, surprisingly enough, a pretty reasonable remodel that you can do, just a quick fix, is a new steel replacement door. It's almost a 75% return on investment for a really nice door. You know, the cost might be under $2,000, and the average resale value that you'll get back out of it's $1,400. I love a red door on a house. Clearly, I love red, period. But it's just something to think about. If your door is an old, dated, dingy, rusted door, and it could really give your house a facelift, that's an easy way to do it. The 5 projects that get the greatest return on investment in the upscale cost category are actually a little bit different. Garage door. Maybe you want to spruce up your garage door and make it a carriage style, for example, versus just a paneled door. That's a 97.5% return on investment. But look at this trend. We're seeing over and over again siding, stone veneer, front door, garage door. These are a lot of exterior projects, okay? Window replacement. I have now priced out windows for our house with 5 companies and counting because it is a hefty investment. So this is one of those investments where I plan to make it a good 5 years before we plan to sell our house, because I want to enjoy the cost savings that my new windows are going to bring me versus just putting them in and then selling them. But the average return on investment for new windows, vinyl windows, is 73.4%. So still pretty good, but I want to get that other 26%, okay? A grand entrance, so maybe a fiberglass door, it's about 72% return on investment. Wood replacement windows, about 71% return on investment, and a bathroom remodel, surprisingly enough, is only about a 60.2 return on investment if you're doing an upscale bathroom remodel. If you're doing a mid-grade or just a freshen up of the bathroom, I think the return on investment is quite a bit higher. This is like, we gutted the whole bathroom, we replaced everything with super high-end stuff. That's a 60.2 return on investment, because you never know if the next person coming in is going to like marble everywhere, you know, or is going to like the bathtub choice that you made and spent $3,000 to $6,000 to get this pedestal tub. They might have completely different tastes. So again, when you're doing those upscale renovations, you're thinking about selling your house in the not too distant future, as a flipper, I can honestly tell you, and as a real estate professional, I can honestly tell you, if you're thinking about selling your house, get outside of your preferences and think about what are the most people going to like and what is the highest return on my investment going to be finish-wise. And if you need help with that, that is what a real estate professional is here for. Next week, I might talk about the 5 projects that bring the lowest return on investment. Those are pretty interesting as well. So stay tuned for that. But if you are thinking about selling your house in the not too distant future and you're curious to know what renovations you should or shouldn't do, I would love to help you out. It's actually a passion for me. I love helping my husband redesign things, and I am blessed to be married to an extremely handy man. So what I love doing is thinking about the dollars and cents piece of it. I, as a business person, want the highest return on my investment, and I want my clients to get the highest return on theirs. So if you're interested in what your home's current value is, what the competition looks like, what the expectation level is for the renovations in your neighborhood, let me know. I would love to help here in Central Ohio. Give me a call at 614-579-8907. I can always be reached by text at that number or a call. Either way, I'm not shy, happy to talk to you. And I'd love to get together and chat about how to make your home the absolute best it can be and still be a great place for you to live if you plan to stay there for a couple more years. So until I get to see each of you in person, take care, have a great day, and I will see you all soon. Bye.